Good evening, everyone. It's Houston's personal injury attorney, Lester Nichols. Sorry, my hair's a mess and I'm a little bit sweaty, but I just got back from the gym. But anyway, tonight we'll be discussing how insurance policy limits can affect your case and where you may be able to find other coverages if policy limits are not enough. As you know, every Monday I'll be on Facebook Live on the Nichols Law Group Facebook page discussing various topics about personal injury. Here at the Nichols Law Group, we focus primarily on personal injury law, which includes auto accidents, motorcycle accidents, slip and falls, product defects, wrongful deaths. Also, we do intellectual property cases, which include patenting an invention, trademarking a brand, or copyrighting a creation. Our principal office is located on the northwest side of Houston, Texas in Champions Forest. Our 24/7 office phone number for personal injury and patent cases is 713-705-2250. And like always, before I get started, I would like to inform you that any information discussed here in today's video is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal advice. Personal injury cases can be fact-intensive and differ on a case-by-case basis, so be sure to seek proper legal advice from an experienced personal injury attorney. So last week, we discussed why insurance companies may deny your claim and why having an attorney can be very helpful. In today's episode, we will be discussing how insurance policy limits can affect your case and where you may be able to find other coverages if the policy limits are not enough. As you probably already know, if you've been in an accident that was not your fault, the law allows you to collect monetary damages from the at-fault party. However, sometimes the amount of money you should be collecting for your damages exceeds the amount of insurance coverage available to pay for your losses. However, it is possible to collect damages beyond the limits of the defendant's insurance policy in very limited cases. However, it's not easy, and you'll need the assistance of a personal injury lawyer to help you through the process. And just so you know, insurance policy limits refers to the maximum amount of money that the insurance company will pay on behalf of that person for the damages that they caused. So if you want an attorney that is very knowledgeable and an attorney that will fight hard to maximize your claim, call us. You can contact our office at the Nichols Law Group at 713-705-2250. So, who is responsible for paying the excess damages over the policy limits? Well, there are really 4 ways you can collect damages in excess of the at-fault driver's insurance policy limits. First, you could file suit against additional defendants. For example, if the person who hit you was working for another company, like Uber, you may be able to get money from the company as well as from the negligent driver's insurance. The legal doctrine that allows you to go after the company as well is called respondent superior. Also, if there were multiple drivers that were in the accident, you can also go after each one of the drivers individually to compensate you for your damages. Another way, or secondly, you can collect under what is called an umbrella policy. Basically, an umbrella policy kicks in when the at-fault party's liability for damages exceeds the specified policy limit. So people usually obtain this type of coverage to protect assets they might want to protect. But keep in mind, insurance companies are sneaky and will not let you know about umbrella-type policy coverages unless you file a lawsuit against them. Another way is if there's no employer or no umbrella policy, you may be able to go after the defendant themselves. Many defendants do not have any assets worthy of collecting or only have assets that are protected under Texas law. However, a personal injury attorney can search for assets that may be used to satisfy a judgment. For example, an attorney may find real property or cash, shares of stock, mineral rights, or maybe a vehicle that may be used to satisfy the judgment. And finally, you may be able to collect excess damages from the policy limits if the insurance company acts negligently under the Stowers Doctrine. This final option under the Stowers Doctrine for pursuing a settlement that exceeds policy limits is when the insurance company has acted negligently toward the at-fault driver, leaving them exposed to a large judgment. So, for example, if you are willing to settle your claim against the at-fault driver for an amount of money within the policy limits, and that defendant's insurance negligently fails to do so, the insurance company could be liable for the full amount of damages awarded in that jury verdict, even if it exceeds their policy limits. So if you're injured in an accident and you are worried about your medical bills or whether there's enough coverage under the insurance policy, don't worry, there may be other options. Contact a personal injury attorney to analyze your case. So I hope this was informative, and I hope you remember that even if your damages are more than the policy limits, you still may be able to recover the excess for damages. Well, this concludes Mindset Monday with Lester. Should you have any questions or have you been injured in an accident, be sure to schedule a free consultation with our office by calling 713-705-2250. See you guys next week for another topic concerning personal injury.